Hey, it's Joy. As you know, I am on FSD Beta version 11, which is the single stack of FSD technology now. I am updated to version 11.3.6, but if you recall from my previous video where I did a drive on 11.3.4, I wasn't so happy with it. Well, I'm still not happy with 11.3.6 because of the same issues that I experienced when I was on .4, and you can watch that video on my channel. So I decided to take my car back on that challenging mini roundabout streets that I was testing FSD Beta V10 on for over a year, just to see how V11 would perform. And as usual, I am making a disclaimer that what I'm about to take you on, this particular route, is an outlier. So if there are people out there who would take this video out of context and twist it to completely defame Tesla or FSD technology, don't. This is an outlier case, an edge case. FSD is not 100% there yet. It's about 90% there. So let's get on the road and see how V11 deals with that narrow residential street with mini roundabouts. All right, we are approaching the route that I normally would get on for this test route.
Now turn left onto Jeda.
Okay, we're about to turn onto the residential streets, but I need to disengage here because I don't know if you can see, the car is literally crossing the lane. In the left turning lane. It did not come here fast enough, so I need to report this back. Car did not stay within left turning lane. It was blocking the other lane. So like I said, I am not super happy with V11 so far because of these little variances, I guess. For example, when it was supposed to come to the left turning lane, it did not come in fast enough, so that my car, the butt is literally sticking right out here, and the car would not move forward to be closer to the car in front of me and shorten the stopping distance. So I had to disengage and get my car fully inside this lane so that it would not block the traffic for the lane that's going straight. And if you remember this route, if you've been following my channel, this route is challenging because it's on very narrow residential streets with both sides parking on the street, and there are many roundabouts that the city added onto the street that are not actually indicated as roundabouts on the navigation map. So we're going to test out V11 and see how that performs. And they also have these half speed bumps, which it recognized. The first one, it slowed down a little bit. The second one, it slowed down after it started passing. So not sure if it actually recognized it correctly. And the second one, or third speed bump, was okay. And here's a stop sign. And there are like dips here that the car does not recognize. And normally I would probably slow down a little bit more as well. Here's another speed bump. I don't think it recognized it. It kind of went over the speed bump, almost full speed. All right. And we have one more speed bump, and this speed bump is a full speed bump, not like the half speed bump that we went out. And this one, we kind of recognized it, pretty cool. And there was a jogger, and the car kind of went around it, which is fine. And now we are going to turn left onto the challenging street. And I'm actually going to edit the trip, and it stopped for a pedestrian that was crossing over there. And now let's test out. Okay, so this is the first roundabout, and it's navigating very cautiously, and it went around just fine. And the speed limit now is set at 30 miles per hour. And then this one I just like stopped abruptly, which is not cool. And unfortunately, I can't report this back. There's no more feedback icon on the screen for me to tap and just have Tesla take a look at it. And here comes the third one. And okay, this went around pretty good. But that second one back there, that was not very cool. And this last one, okay, it went around fine. So now I am going to go all the way up and then come back and do the return trip. And I don't know if you noticed while I was just talking, the car somehow signaled to the right, and I don't know why it did that, because there is a right turning lane and we're not turning right. We're going straight. So what I've noticed also is in V11, sometimes it'll do these weird signaling at the oddest time. And I don't get it. So again, I don't have a feedback icon here for me to press and to send feedback to Tesla. So I hope somebody at Tesla would stumble upon this video and take a look at that. And another issue that I've been experiencing with V11 that's super annoying is, let's say up there 0.4 or 0.2 miles, I need to take a left, but somehow if there are two lanes, the car would change lane to the right, and then the very last second, 0.1 miles, will try to change to the left, and then to the left turning lane. And oftentimes here in LA, it's just not possible because there will be more traffic coming up and you would not be able to make that turn. So I don't know why Tesla or FSD is behaving that way in V11. And I've always had to disengage or cancel that unnecessary lane change in the last minute. So I hope that, again, Tesla will fix it. And so now let me pull into this parking lot and let me do the return trip. All right, now the return trip. And I'm not gonna mess around with the speed, and we'll see how the car takes us naturally. And here's the first roundabout. That is not on the map, and okay, it did okay, did good. And let's see the second one.
And take the second exit.
And oh, this went around confidently and perfectly. So this second one worked out fine. Now this third one somehow had issues before, and this is the only one that's actually indicated on the map. Okay, and that was fine. And then here is another roundabout, and it is not indicated on the navigation map. And okay, the return trip is a lot more smooth. But we do have two more little ones coming up on this street back there. And we'll see how it performs. Now, the last time I was on this route, on V10, FSD Beta V10 version, it worked out fine, but you need to stop and slow down. Okay, okay, that's good. I didn't have to like do anything, and that worked out fine. Okay, this one is okay. Good job. Okay, so V11 on this test route with mini roundabouts, it worked fine. And then this one, it was always like creeping forward, even though they're like it's still creeping forward. I'm like, why? There's no cars, and you just go. So yeah, and I have to like
Now turn left.
move forward. So yeah, I do not understand why it was still creeping forward. So Tesla still needs to fix that very last stop sign when it's trying to creep forward. Okay, V11 did pretty well on that challenging street. There was just a couple, I think there's one roundabout that it did not handle very human-like. Even though it did its job correctly, it did not behave very human-like. So I hope Tesla will continue to improve on the algorithm and fix this. But overall, I am happy with how V11 did on this test route. So I will take my car back out to my new test route and show you guys how V11.3.6 performs in the next video if I don't get another update between now and then. Well, thank you so much for coming along this ride with me. I will see you again soon, and God bless you.